Many thanks for staying with us and welcome back to the morning show here on Rise News. It's time now to review headlines on today's newspapers. We don't have KK or Ombudsman of this day in the Rise Media Group with us today, so of course Steve is going to do the honors and take us through what you've got.
Absolutely, Abby. Thank you. We'll start with this day on Sunday, and the lead story is an extension of the clip that we watched from the Princess Margaret Obaigbena's funeral. The lead headline says, Delta stands still as Princess Margaret Obaigbena goes home in grand style. Tinubu, Obi, Okoa, Fayemi, Ganduje, Obaseki, Bagudu, Sanwo-Olu, Dapo Abiodun, Soludo, Irabo, Emefiele, Dangote, Elumelu, Jimovia, Oshiomole, Oshoba, Amosun, Imoke, Donald Duke, Hedioa, others honor Princess of our kingdom. That's a very rich, solid lineup, to honor the Princess of our kingdom. And the lead photo, shows a cross-section of some of the people there. Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu is there. The governor of Kano State is there. A former governor of Delta, James Ibori, was also there yesterday. What a grand passage for Princess Margaret Obaigbena. It's a great one. On top of the lead story, IU rejects PDP NWC's proposal to hold private audience with Wike. Secondus kicks as Rivers governor boasts of removing him as PDP chairman. The PDP troubles are still lingering. Former chairman is saying that, who told you that you were the one that removed me? Referring to Governor of Rivers State, Wike. And it looks like Wike is also part of the condition that is given for peace to reign, is to have the current chairman, Dr. Yoche Ayu, removed as, as the chairman of the party. We'll see how that goes.
It's quite a tussle.
It is. On the strip, on top of the masthead, presidency will soon reveal those behind crude oil theft in Nigeria. That's a story on page 5, attributed to the SSA Public Affairs to the President, Garba Shehu. I'm not so sure, though, how many Nigerians will take him serious, given what the presidency has said in the past about the so-called revelation that was coming as to the names of those who were behind insecurity and terror in Nigeria. Up till today, we still do not.
Spot on, Steve, because this is repetitive.
We've
heard this before, yeah.
We still do not have that. And then you are saying that we will soon. What will you be waiting for? Is it to have the complete list of those behind oil theft, or that I don't get the point. Once you know you are ready, release it. If you're not ready, don't
announce it.
Don't announce it. It's a no-brainer. But then it looks like the presidency rules in a certain way, and we just have to get used to it. On the window, concerns as foreign airlines rip off Nigerians with outrageous fares. Stakeholders urge federal government to enforce BASA. Aviation professionals seek settlement of $464 million airlines funds. I think this is a very important story given what is happening, especially with the international flights. The part of it that I like is the fact that stakeholders are now asking the federal government to enforce the BASA, arrangement, which says that if the host country is unable to provide, a reciprocal service, like Nigeria, that we don't have any, national carrier, those who are flying here ought to pay certain, amount of royalty to the federal government, because you are basically, it's not just business. You are ripping off, if you like. And I think that will be good, especially if the amount that it will take you to fly to Europe, any part in Europe, from Togo or Ghana, is barely a quarter of what you will spend from Nigeria. It's a clear case of rip-off. That does not excuse what the federal government might be doing in terms of, the retention of money meant, for the international airlines.
Yeah, and I think that's a very important point, what you just tied it up with, because that still exists.
It is.
It does not excuse it at all.
It doesn't. Good news, though. On page 6, SANU, NASU suspend strike for 2 months. The senior academic staff and the non-academic staff of the universities, after their meeting with the Minister of Education, Adamu Adamu, are now saying that from Wednesday, August 24th, they will suspend the strike for 2 months to see how far the federal government can go in implementing the agreements that they have reached so far. ASU, by the way, has not said anything. ASU is still hell-bent on going the whole log. For how long that will be, because people will begin to ask questions to say that most of you lecturers are doing some other things, by the way. Some of you are on sabbatical, some of you are, doing things that are making money. How come you're still hell-bent on keeping the students at home? There must be compromises here and there, before we reach breaking point. So this is a good one from NASU and SANU. It does not, again, excuse the feelings of the government, but at least give them some space so that they can at least fulfill their promises in the areas that they said that they will do.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can we go to the
This Day Style? Quite colorful here. We've got the Royal Highness Okiame Atuashe III, the Olu of Worry.
That's right.
365 days on the throne. So, of course, this is
the
first an anniversary of his coronation.
Yes.
And it says here that it talks about the controversies leading to his emergence as king, being the voice of the people, and his hopes for Worry youth. So I would imagine that this is going to be a very interesting read.
It's an interesting thing. Yeah. I read just a bit about it. Beautiful interview conducted by the editor herself, which is quite lovely. And 1 year after, it's nice giving the king a chance to assess, his first 365 days. And I think that's like he made some clarifications as to how he got, on the throne, which is quite lovely. Let's quickly go to The Wheel. The Wheel newspaper, just the headline, the banner headline says 2023, Atiku Wike in eyeball to eyeball. Governor wants Waziri Adamawa's one-term commitment formalized, insists on IU's resignation as chairman, eyes PDP's 2027 presidential ticket. I think this is the crux of the matter. This is what is delaying the peace move between Atiku and the governor of Rivers State, Wike. And we know the Wheel has basically just revealed that the rumor is rife, and there's some truth to it. Part of the demands from the Wike camp is to say that let Atiku spend only one term, let IU be removed as the chairman of the PDP, and then let's have an unwritten rule that in 2027, that is Wike, will be the candidate. Let the power come back to that, and that he will be the candidate of the party. I'm not sure how, who will agree to this kind of a thing. But let's see politics. how far the Atiku team, Atiku camp, can go with this kind of a thing. Who gets to power and says, and behaves like Mandela? If you recall, there was a time that Obasanjo was meant to spend only one term. It was this same Atiku that was the vice president to him. He nearly got him out of office, but then we know what has happened after that.
We really have to wait and see how this
There
turns
was
out
also
as
the
well.
talk about one-term thing with President Buhari, that he will maybe just spend a term. Who will do that? Let's see how it pans out.
Interesting. Really looking forward to see how it all turns out. Well,
absolutely. Do you have more time for one quick paper for a minute before we go, Abby?
Yeah, I think
we want to treat the Guardian.
I don't know if we still have any time. We have to wrap up.
It looks like no more time. We'll have to go now. All right. That brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thank you for watching, and do stay safe. I'm Steve Ayorinde.
And I am Abby Owolawi. From our entire team here in Lagos, Nigeria, enjoy the rest of your morning and, of course, the rest of your day. Goodbye.